So good morning students. So it is today we are going to start introduction to pharmacokinetics. That means we are going to start your pharmacokinetics. So let us discuss about what is pharmacokinetics and what are the different parameters we are going to evaluate in this pharmacokinetics. So previously we have completed whatever the units there related to biopharmaceutics. So now today we are going to discuss about pharmacokinetics and that is introduction to pharmacokinetics. So before going for different types of pharmacokinetic parameters, different types of mathematical expressions, we have to go for this one. So let us go for what is this pharmacokinetics. The pharmacokinetics is actually a Latin term which is derived from pharmakon and kinetikos. Pharmakon and kinetikos. So pharmakon means drug, kinetikos means moving. So kinetics of pharmaco or drug we are calling as pharmacokinetics. So it is before starting to the pharmacokinetics we need to know different types of drugs we are using. Maybe simple drugs which is required for to cure the headache or fever. We are taking simple drugs once daily, and with this also there is so many drugs which is required to take a lifetime, which is required to take in regular intervals for a long time, like for the hypertensive drugs, anti-diabetic drugs, so many drugs there which you need to take in a regular interval and for a long period of time. So that's why for us the dosage regimen is important. What is this dosage regimen? What is the requirement of this dosage regimen? Dosage regimen we can tell you the frequency of administration of drugs. Frequency of administration of drugs is known as dosage regimen, which is generally calculated from this pharmacokinetics parameter. How much time you have to take, how many times you have to take, how much longer you can take. That can be determined from this pharmacokinetics. So now let us come to the introduction part. Let us come to the what are the parameters there. Some parameters already we have discussed previously. So what is this therapeutic index? So when we are taking a drug, it needs to reach the systemic circulation in a particular concentration to give therapeutic effect. So that concentration we are calling it as minimum effective concentration. If a drug is going above that, that is called as minimum safe concentration. So if it is going above that, it may give you a toxic effect, and there is another limit that is called as minimum safe concentration or maximum toxic concentration. So it is when you are going for this concentration, then above that the drug will give the toxic effect, different types of side effects the drug will give. So now let us discuss about what is this range. When you are taking the difference between the ratios of this maximum safe concentration to minimum effective concentration, maximum safe concentration to minimum effective concentration, that is called as therapeutic index. And when we take this limit, maximum safe concentration to minimum effective concentration, we are calling therapeutic range or therapeutic window. Getting on the limit between therapeutic you can tell minimum effective concentration to maximum safe concentration is called as therapeutic window. And with this, when we will take the ratio of these two, maximum safe concentration to minimum effective concentration, we will call it as therapeutic index. So therapeutic index term we are using it so many times for the calculation of different parameters. So you have to remember this one. So now let us discuss about this plasma drug profile, plasma drug time profile. profile, which is give you a complete idea about what are the pharmacokinetic parameters we are going to evaluate and what are the pharmacodynamic parameters we are going to evaluate. So if we try to do, so the graph will be taken by taking plasma drug concentration in y-axis, time is in x-axis. So if we take a curve like this, and with it, let us discuss about different points what we got from the curve, what we got from this profile. So first thing, we'll get the peak plasma concentration. We can tell this is the peak plasma concentration at point the drug concentration reaches highest, maximum, that is called as peak plasma concentration, that is called as Cmax, maximum concentration of drug in plasma, peak plasma concentration, where the drug will give maximum effect and then it will decrease. So now if we take this graph, suddenly it is rising, after one point it is once again decreasing. So that's why the one side of this curve we are calling as absorption phase, the next side we are calling as post absorption phase. Absorption phase, post absorption phase. And here after this MEC we are calling it also elimination phase, where the drug is excreted out from the body. So before up to reaching the plasma peak plasma concentration, we are calling it as absorption phase. After that we will call that elimination phase. That means the drug concentration from the blood and plasma will decrease. So that we can call it as elimination phase. So let us discuss about different points what we got. So the first point we got here, you can see one line here. Minimum effective concentration. What is this minimum effective concentration? From where the drug will give the therapeutic effect. When the concentration of the drug reaches at that point, the drug will give therapeutic effect. Then once again, the absorption will occur and it will increase. Then it will reach the maximum safe concentration. So maximum safe concentration means up to this limit we won't get any type of effect. Up to this limit of maximum safe concentration, we won't get any type of toxic effect. After that, we will get the toxic effect. So that's why this maximum safe concentration, also called as minimum toxic concentration, also called as minimum toxic concentration. After this concentration, the drug will give toxic effect. So now we will go for some different other parameters. That means 2 points you have learned: minimum effective concentration and maximum safe concentration. And within this range, we are calling it as therapeutic range. Within this range, we are calling it as therapeutic range. And now the point at which the drug is giving therapeutic action, we are calling it as onset of action. At point at which the therapeutic action of the drug started, at point which the drug concentration reaches some MEC or minimum effective concentration, that point is called as onset of action. That means it will start the therapeutic effect. Next one, another point in the elimination phase you will get, that point is known as termination of action. When the concentration will go below this minimum effective concentration, we will call it as termination of action. And within this period, within these two periods, we are calling it as duration of action. That means how much time the drug concentration is maintained. Drug concentration is maintained in the blood or plasma. That concentration we are calling as duration of action. That means in that period only the drug will give the therapeutic effect. Now, if we try to see after post-absorption phase, there is another point, subtherapeutic level. Subtherapeutic level means after which the drug concentration will be in the blood or plasma will be there, but the there will be no effect. There will be no effect. So in that time, we can tell if, for example, if a drug we are taking and it will go below that point, that is MEC, below that minimum effective concentration, then it won't give therapeutic action. It won't give therapeutic action because it won't reach the concentration required to give the therapeutic effect. So these are the different terms today we have discussed. So another point we are going to discuss. So this point at which we are giving a onset of action. So that point, the time, we are calling as onset of time. That time we are calling it as onset of time. So these are all the parameters we have discussed today. So in the next class, we are going to discuss about different pharmacokinetic modeling and different types of models we need to take to get different types of parameters.